Okay, I just got my blood taken for the second time to check my HCG levels. Hopefully they're going up. Go on. You're so independent. You don't need to hold my hand or anything. Yeah, you're such a big girl. I'll try calling them later today, otherwise they'll call me tomorrow. Oh, this way. This way. We have to go back down. Come on. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is going to be my 6-week update. Okay, so let's see, the last time I filmed, oh, okay, it was the day that we found out, which was August 19th. Man, so it was August 19th. It was a Sunday. That Thursday, like 4 days later, Alex had her 18-month checkup, so I told my family doctor what was going on, and I asked him, you know, should I wait until I'm, like, in the safe zone to tell Adri? Or, you know, should I tell her now? I said, I don't see the doctor. I don't go in for my ultrasound till September 13th. I said, and we're supposed to go to, we're all, like, the whole family's going to Kings Island on September 8th. So I'm kind of going to have to tell people, like, why I'm not riding rides at at Kings Island, I mean. And he's like, well, if you have to tell her before your ultrasound, he said, then just go ahead and tell her now. He's like, the sooner the better, you know. He said, I don't have any worries, no concerns or anything about you know, you being pregnant. Your age doesn't matter. You're in good shape. You're not, like, really overweight. His only concern is the veins in my one leg, which he said I'll probably have to wear, like, compression socks. So I went ahead and I already got those. Excuse me, I just wolfed down my lunch because Adri gets out of school an hour early, so we're, like, on a time crunch today. So I told her on Thursday. Okay, backtrack. We found out on Sunday. Let's see. Adri's first day of school was Wednesday. So Tuesday night, my mom stopped over to see Adri. So I told my mom on Tuesday night. She was, like, super excited. I had taken a picture of my pregnancy test. And I said, Adri was brushing her teeth and getting ready for bed. My mom just wanted to tell her good night and have a good day at school. So while she was in there, I said, Mom, while she's in there brushing her teeth, I said, I kind of have to tell you some bad news. And Mom kind of looked at me and she's like, okay, what? And she was playing with Alex because Alex was wound up. They were both wound up the night before the first day of school. And I showed her the picture and she's like, what? She's like, you're pregnant? I'm like, yeah. She's like, oh my God. She's like, really? So we, like, didn't really get a talk or anything because then Adri came back out and, like I said, Alex was crazy. Adri, and I just wanted my mom to know. I wanted somebody to know because I didn't know what was going to go on. So we told my mom that day. I think, and then, so that was on... Yeah, that was on Tuesday night. So that's the first time I told anybody. And then on Wednesday, Adri had her first day of school. Thursday was Alex's doctor's appointment. I took Adri to school, and a couple hours later, Alex had her doctor's appointment. So I decided that we would tell her that night. So I told Jay, the doctor said, go ahead and tell her. So when you get home, we're going to tell her. So that day, on Jay's way home from work, he called his mom and told his mom. And she's like, well, does your dad know, or do you want to tell your dad? And Jay's like, nope. He said, you're telling him. So he made his mom tell his dad. And then, is someone knocking on my door? I don't know. So then when Jay got home, Adri was sitting on the floor, and I'd asked her that morning on the way to school, I'm like, Adri, I said, are you happy you have a little sister? And she's like, yeah. I said, do you ever wish there was a little brother? And she's like, no. She's like, because sisters are more fun. I said, well, she said, but a brother would probably be fun too. She said, it would be kind of fun to have both. So I just kind of feeling it out, like, on the way to school. I kind of left it at that. So then once Jay got home, I said, Adri, I said, me and Daddy have something to tell you. And she's like, what? And I said, well, we kind of have a secret of something that's going on. I said, do you remember what we talked about in the car this morning? She's like, no. And I said, do you remember when I asked you if you were happy that you had a little brother? Or when I asked if you were happy that you had a little sister? And she's like, yeah. And Jay said, well, what if you had 2 little sisters? And Adri kind of looked. I said, guess what's in Mommy's belly? And she's like, what? And Dad said, a baby. She instantly rolled over on the floor because she's on the floor, started, like, bawling. I'm like, are you okay? And she's like, I'm so happy. Like, she was so happy. She, like, literally cried. She was so excited and so happy. I said, but you can't tell anybody. I said, so it's just our little secret. So Nana knows. So I let her call my mom and tell Mom. I said, you can call Nana and tell her because my mom, I said, my mom already knew. So at least Adri could tell somebody. So I told you can't tell anybody. So that's been a week ago. Nope, today's only Wednesday, so it'll be like a week ago tomorrow that we told Adri. We haven't told anybody else. So my mom knows, Jay's mom and dad, Adri, and then my family doctor. Then yesterday, because like a couple weeks ago, I was at my friend's house. I'm not going to say her name just because people from my real life watch this. I was at my friend's house, and we were talking about how we're both too old for babies. Like our bodies, like my body couldn't handle another pregnancy. And she was saying the same thing. Well, I messaged her yesterday because she's supposed to have a birthday party this weekend. I messaged her, I didn't know if I'd be able to go because I was having health issues. And she said she was too. She said she just had emergency surgery. I'm like, oh my God, like yesterday. And I was like, what? I'm like, on what? Are you okay? Apparently, she took a pregnancy test just on Wednesday, so last week, a week ago today, and found out she was pregnant. And within a couple days, she was having like really bad pain. She went to the doctor. They checked her HCG level, and then you have to go back like 48 hours later and they check it again to make sure it's going up. Hers were really low. Then she ended up having like serious pain. And they did an ultrasound, and apparently she had like a mass in her ovary that had ruptured and was leaking into her fallopian tube, causing like a blockage, which was causing her to have a miscarriage. And they had to do, like, they rushed her to surgery, and they had to remove her fallopian tube. So it's like, here we were both saying that our bodies couldn't handle another pregnancy. We were both pregnant, neither of us knew it, and then she had that happen. Yeah, my heart breaks for her, but she's my friend who, I mean, her husband just died a couple years ago, right before Christmas. Like, she has 3 little girls. Like, anyways, I don't want to cry. So for me, today is Wednesday. Now on Sunday, I started like cramping on Sunday. And like all day Sunday I was cramping. I was kind of spotting. Like every time I go to the bathroom, it's like, what the heck? So I called the doctor's office, and the doctor on call called me back and said, you know, if it's not like a whole lot of blood, if this grosses you out, I'm sorry, but you clicked on a pregnancy update. She said if it was like a full-on period, I'd be worried. She said, but spotting is normal. She said, and cramping, that could be normal too. She said, you can go to the ER, but all they'll be able to do this early on is tell you either, yes, you're having a baby, or no, you're not. They won't be able to tell you anything else. She said, call the office Monday morning. We'll go in. She said, we'll have you come in and we'll take your blood and check your HCG level. She said, then you'll come back a second time, which I just got back today. See? And the only way, if the pregnancy is progressing, then your levels will go up. Like, they go up. I had this with Alex. If you guys watched me back then, I actually had big, huge, like, blood clots that I was passing with her in the very beginning. And it's like, what the hell's going on? Which they ended up saying it was probably because I was jumping on the trampoline. I didn't know. Like, I didn't even know I was pregnant. But anyways, they said it could have been from that. But I went and had my blood work done for Alex. And then my second set, my numbers went up, but barely. So then they're like, okay, that means that something could be wrong. We'll have to come in for a third set and see if those go up. So of course I was a nervous wreck. I went in for my third set of blood work, and then my numbers have went up, and I never had any more problems with her. So now this time I went Monday and got my blood drawn, and I called him yesterday. I said, is there any way you can tell me like where my levels like at a normal range? I'm like, I know I haven't done my second set, but like where are they? And she said, we don't go by any kind of range. She said, the only way that we can tell is if after the second set, just to make sure they're going up, they should double. I think they should at least double, I'm pretty sure. So I'm like, all right. I'm like, I had a miscarriage like in 2002. So like my mind instantly just goes to something being wrong. And she's like, that's totally understandable. She's like, but I can't tell you anything until you come in for the second set. So I went in today, 11:45, got my blood drawn. We came home. I put Alex down for a nap. I just ate some lunch because I'm not even hungry. So I just ate at like 12:15. Adrian gets out of school an hour early, so I'm trying to squeeze in a little nap for Alex right now before we go. So they said they might have results today. Like, the office closes at 5, so I can call back like a little bit before 5 and see if they have results. Otherwise, I have to wait till tomorrow, and then I'll know if something's actually wrong or not, which is weird because I just told Jay the other day, I said, I don't even feel like I'm pregnant. I said, I had 2 instances where I woke up in the night puking. And I had, like, the day that I actually took the test and found I was pregnant, like, my seatbelt smelled like Jay's cologne. It was, like, making me nauseous. And then when I was walking through the grocery store, the smell of the bakery was making me nauseous. Other than that, like, my boobs aren't sore. Like, I'm not gaining weight. I'm staying, like, right exactly the same. But, yeah, like, not to be weird, but, like, my boobs aren't sore at all. I'm not peeing like crazy. When I get up in the morning, I have a headache, but I don't feel nauseous. Like, I'm just not hungry. I'm drinking, like, a ton of water. When I was pregnant with both girls, like when I would brush my teeth, my gums would bleed. This time around, like, my gums have not bled. So like I'm not sick. Like even from the beginning with both girls, I had to wear the wristbands. So it's like, I hope that's not a sign that something's wrong. Like, it's hard to stay positive when you've already had like the worst situation happen. So it's like, I can't get comfortable when I sleep, and I'm constantly hot. Like, I'll just be sitting still and just sweating. Normally I'm in like fleece pants and like a long sleeve shirt. Lately I'm in like pajama shorts and a pajama tank top, and I'm just sweating sitting still. So one thing, being hot all the time, that's about the only thing. Like, because I don't feel sick. If I'm either not hungry, or I'll get something will sound really good, and then as soon as I start to eat it, like a couple minutes in, I'm full, and I don't want to eat it anymore. It's making me sick. We went to Olive Garden last weekend, and like I ate some of the appetizer and the salad. I did not touch one single bite of my actual meal, because I just, by the time I ate some of the appetizer and salad, like my stomach was just so sick just from eating a little bit. Like I'm not craving anything. I'm not having like any signs or symptoms. So I don't know. I'm terrified of these results. But I mean, it's in God's hands. I can't stress about it. I can't, like, there's nothing I can do either way. So today's Wednesday. On Sunday we are having a birthday party at my mom's. We have a cookout every year. It's Labor Day. And like my whole family's gonna be there. And we decided, you know, that would be the time that we tell them. Like, Adrian and my mom are so excited. Like, because mom was like, when my mom left the night that she was here, when I told her, she texted me later, and she's like, by the way, she's like, congratulations. She's like, what? I'm so happy that another little soul gets to have you for mommy and Jay for daddy. And like, she was so excited, and she just made me feel like, okay, this is really a good thing. Like, and she was just so nice. She's like, try not to worry about anything. She's like, just rub over your little peanut in there and tell him that Nana loves him or her. And so she was like, so nice and so supportive from the beginning. And I called her on Sunday, asked her, she's like, well, I don't really know. She's like, I don't know what to do. I don't know. You should call a nurse or call the doctor's office. That's when I called the doctor's office. And she called me yesterday to see how I was feeling. It's like, she said everything will work out. She's like, if people aren't understanding and aren't like accepting of it, she's like, that's just ridiculous, because it's your life. It's not going to change anybody's life. It's you and Jay and Adrian, Alex. It's like, it doesn't affect anybody else. So I don't know. So she's just been so like comforting and nice and loving since the beginning. So it's like, and Jay's parents stopped over yesterday. That's the first I've seen them since they knew. We didn't really talk about it. Well, Jay told him that I was doing blood work and stuff. And his mom's like, well, she's like, I hope everything turns out okay. You know, I hope you get feeling better. I was like, other than the cramping, like I don't know. I feel like myself. I'm tired. That's the only thing. I'm so tired. The last couple of days, like, I get up, take Adrian to school, I'm fine. As soon as I get home, I kind of sit or lay down on the couch. I'm supposed to be taking it easy these couple of days anyway. And because they said the spotting and bleeding could just be from being up and doing too much in the beginning. Like, I'll be 40. I will be 40 this weekend on September 2nd. So it's like, I'm not a spring chicken. So I've been trying to take it easy, but like as soon as I sit or lay down on the couch, like I cannot keep my eyes open. I'm so tired. So I'm just trying to play with Alex and stay awake. And it's like, I get Adrian from school, the kids are crazy, then Jay comes home, and there's been something going on, like, every night. And, like, yesterday, it was just so hot. It was, like, 96. I'm like, I'm not cooking. I'm like, do you just want to stop and grab food? So he did that. He came home. We ate. Like, I didn't even eat all my food. Like, and I'm just so tired. And then at night, I go to lay down. I'll lay in bed for, like, a couple hours. I can't sleep. So, really, all that I have going on is, I'm tired. I don't have any other signs or symptoms. But if my numbers are not going up, then that's a sign that my pregnancy is not progressing. And that could also be a sign that I'm having a miscarriage or that I had one. They say that if you take a pregnancy test, it's positive, and then like a week or whatever later it's negative, then that means that you lost the baby. So I'm not taking another one. I don't want to find out that way. I'll wait till I go to the doctor. But it's like, it would make sense. Like, if something went wrong, it would make sense of why I don't feel any different. And it's fine if it is, like, everything happens for a reason. But it's like, I told Adri, I said there's things that can go wrong. I said, so mommy has to take it easy in the beginning. I said, I had to go get blood work done so they can check on the baby. I said, because things could go wrong. I said, something could happen, and then mommy wouldn't be having a baby anymore. And she says, well, that's okay either way, Mom. It doesn't matter. And she said, but I really am excited. It's like, she's so excited. Now I'm like, I wish I wouldn't have told her. But when I told her, I didn't have anything going on.
Like, it's gonna be heartbreaking if something is going wrong and I have to tell her after, like, she's so excited. And yesterday I picked her up from school. I've been there. Ugh. I picked her up from school yesterday. She's not even in the car yet. She's like, Mom, I had to tell one person today. And I was like, what? I'm like, oh. I'm like, okay, who did you tell? Because, like, it's, everybody knows everybody. And, she said, I told my art teacher. I said, well, you did? She said, yeah, because she's going to have a baby. I think she's having her baby Thursday. She said, so we were in line to line up, and I told her, I said, I'm having a baby too. Like, and her teacher said, oh, you are? And Adri said, yeah. And she said, and then we didn't talk about it anymore. So she was just, I'm like, here's this little 6-year-old that's like over the moon excited. It's been a week that she's known that almost a week. Tomorrow will be a week that she's known and hasn't been able to tell anybody. She's so excited to tell everybody on Sunday. So to my mom, I said, hopefully, I have some news, because if something's going wrong, I don't want to announce it to my whole family Sunday that we're having a baby if, something's wrong. So I was almost tempted to go to the ER last night just so they would do like an ultrasound, because I'm 6 weeks today. So they would have been able to see something, or at least tell me, yes, there's a yolk sac, yes. But I didn't go. I don't know. I just feel weird. I don't feel sick. I don't feel pregnant. I don't really feel anything. I'm just super tired and hot. So I'm trying to stay positive. Like I said, I'm 6 weeks today. So the heart should be beating between like 100 and 160 beats per minute. So it's like I don't go to the doctor until, well, depending on how my blood work turns out today, I don't know if they'll order an ultrasound, or, when I had a miscarriage back in 2002, I had to go in for like the next day and have a DNC. So who knows? I'm trying to stay positive. I'm trying to be hopeful. It's like when I first took it, we were just like, oh my God, like, what are we going to do? How are we going to do this? Like, and then like, it's been like, it's a week and a half, and it's, sorry, I'm just all over the place. And now we're kind of like, we're all about, Jay's like, oh my gosh, I can't have a third girl, like, in this house. I'll go crazy. Like, so we're so used to it here at our house that we say stuff all the time. Like, I don't know. It's crazy. The whole situation's just crazy, but like, it's been a roller coaster already, and it's only been like a week and a half since we've known. But yeah. So I'm going to call this afternoon. Okay. I'll call this afternoon right before the office closes and see if they have any news for me. And if they do, I'll add to this video. And if they don't have any news for me, then I'll have to find out tomorrow. Ow. Man. Ow. It's the tape that's the worst. Like, the lady that does it's amazing. Like, you don't even feel anything. She did the same spot 2 days. Well, Monday and then Wednesday. Okay, so if I don't hear anything today, I will... I'm really scatterbrained, but that's all the time lately, so I don't know. Anyway, if I don't hear anything today, I will call them or let them call me tomorrow. I'll probably call them first thing in the morning when they open at 9 tomorrow if I don't hear anything today. And then I will put that on here. By the time you guys see this, it's going to be like a few weeks later, because like this is today. What is today? August 29th. But I'm not, like, I'll tell my family on my birthday, so on September 2nd. So I don't know if I'll upload, because I filmed taking my pregnancy test. I take pregnancy tests all the time. Just anytime I think I'm late, or if I'm like feeling weird or feeling crappy, I don't know. I always take them. They're $1 at Dollar Tree. So anytime I'm there, I just like buy 1 or 2. So I always have them on hand. I film them all the time. They're always negative. I filmed this one and went in and I about freaking peed myself when it was positive. So on my birthday, I'm thinking on my birthday, like, I haven't told my dad, my stepdad, my sister. Jay hasn't told his kids. Like, until we kind of know what's going on, we don't want to get everybody on this roller coaster ride with us. So it's like, my family's supposed to find out at my birthday on Sunday. And I told him if his kids go, I'm like, I don't want his kids to find out like that, because I think his kids should find out from us. Like, my dad and my stepdad, they won't care how they find out. Neither will my sister, but his kids, they're probably going to be mad. But what can you do? His kids are 16 and 13.
And I don't know. But I don't want him to find out that way. I want him to tell them, like, on his own, like, personally. But if he tells them before my birthday party and they do get mad or, like, post something on Facebook or, like, tell a bunch of people, then my family could find out before my birthday. So I told him, like, either on the way to my birthday party or, like, right after my birthday party, then he should tell his kids, like, try and tell everybody at the same time. I don't know. So like I said, my mom knows, his mom and dad know, and Adri knows, and my doctor. Well, and Adri's art teacher. And that's it. Like I said, the results of this will determine whether I go back for a third blood work or I have to go in and be seen. Like, I don't know. So I'm going to stop rambling. This has already been 20 minutes. I don't even know how. But, yeah. Alright, guys. That's my update. I guess I'll show you my belly. It's not, I mean, I'm already overweight and have a belly, so it's just gonna look like normal. my normal fatness. It's like, here's, and I literally just ate. In the morning when I get up, my stomach is flat, but throughout the day as I eat, my stomach puffs up like a balloon. So yeah, here's just my belly. Sorry, my alarm went off because it's time to get Alex up to go get Adri. But yeah, here's my belly. I mean, it's just my normal pudgy belly. I'm not really, it's just, like I said, it's just the normal. So I don't know. I'm in a sports bra because it's hot as can be. But yeah, that's, like I said, I just weighed myself today and I'm still at like 149.2. So I'm my same weight that I've been for like the last month. Even though I wanted to lose weight. But anyway, I'll be back with something. I just don't know if it'll be tonight or tomorrow. But you'll see it on here. Hey guys. Okay, so yesterday was Thursday and I called around like 11 to see if they had my results back, and she said that my results were in, but a physician had not signed off on them yet. So she would keep an eye on them, and as soon as they, you okay? As soon as they were signed off on, she would have a nurse call me. So finally around like noon, oh my goodness, Alex. Finally around noon, they called me. Will you quit? And said that my numbers had raised significantly, so they had no concern, there were no worries, and she said everything looked great with my blood work, and they would see me on September 13th. She said if by some chance, Allybug, hold on a minute, if by some chance I started like bleeding more or having other issues, here, take a drink. You have to chew up your food before you swallow it. If I start having any other issues, to call them, and then they would just have me come in sooner for my ultrasound instead of waiting until September 13th. And yesterday I didn't have cramps all day, I didn't spot all day, I didn't do anything, I laid around all day. Today I haven't done anything. I took Adri to school and we came home. Like, I've changed a diaper and like that's it, and I'm not craving or anything, but I just went to the bathroom and there's like more blood than there was before. So I don't know if I should just go to the ER and have them do an ultrasound like now, today, or call the doctor's office back. I don't know. It's weird. They said everything looked fine. Okay, then what is going on? Why am I having these issues? Why is there... And last night my stepdad was here, and we let Adri tell my stepdad because Jay's like, we don't want him to wait until... I mean, he's here all the time. We're like closer to him than anybody. We see and talk to him more than anybody else in our family. He's like, I don't want him to find out at your birthday party. Let's just tell him... And he's like, let me leave before you tell him. I'm like, no, you're not going to leave. Alex, no. So we let Adri tell him last night. I said, Adri, do you want to tell Grampy our surprise? And she's like, yeah. I said, well, go ahead and tell him. So as of right now, they said my levels went up significantly. They have no concern. But here I am today bleeding after I didn't bleed at all yesterday. So I guess I'll update you when I know something else. This is just... As soon as I feel like everything's okay and I'm relieved, then something else comes up. So I don't know. Oh, and also I told you that I didn't feel pregnant yesterday and today. My morning sickness is like through the roof. Like, I feel like I can't even see straight at some points because I'm just so sick to my stomach. Last night I started feeling really crappy. So yeah, it might be time for Zofran, which is allowed during pregnancy. But yeah, if I have to function to take care of a toddler... Oh my gosh, Alex. Then take a drink. But yeah, that's my update. Sorry, she was just playing, and as soon as I got my camera out, then she just came over here and wants to be crazy. The struggle is real today. It's Friday. I'm glad because I need to sleep in the next couple days. I'll go to sleep in on Saturday and Sunday and Monday because there's no school for Labor Day. Hopefully my kids cooperate. Yeah, that's my update. Numbers looked great and they have no concern, but yet I'm still having issues. Or having issues again, so I don't know.